Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are in Ford's updated compact crossover in the new Escape, which was updated for 2023, carries over for 2024. In this video, we're going to tell you how this compact crossover fits our family of three. Stay tuned. All right, Holly, this is Ford's entry into the segment of your previous daily driver because we just sold our Jeep. This is the compact crossover from Ford in their new, what is it called?
Escape.
The new Ford Escape. Like I said, it got a remade front and rear, some updated tech on the inside. For 23, carries over basically unchanged for 2024, which makes me ask you the question, what are your initial impressions of the Escape?
I feel like my opinion is going to change for better or for worse with how much it costs.
Okay.
Because I'm really on the fence about this one. There are some things that I really like, and there are some things that are quality issues.
Yeah. And to preface this, the vehicle that Ford gave us immediately before this was the same essential platform, but was the luxury equivalent in their Lincoln Corsair. So that has skewed our opinion of this a little bit, but we'll get into the details here in just a moment.
Maybe yours.
Definitely for me. But we'll start outside, work our way in, talk about driving after that. What are your thoughts on the exterior styling?
And there are some things that I really like that are interesting and appealing, which like are some of the curves. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't say that there's any risky.
Turn that garbage off.
They didn't take any design risk at all.
No.
It looks like your regular old SUV.
Yeah. It is very safe in its design, unlike its most recent competitor that we have tested, the Hyundai Tucson. That one took quite a bit of risks, had a lot of angles to it and interesting lighting. This one's just kind of by the numbers. Looks like a smaller Ford Edge. We've got that LED light bar that runs across the front.
That's nice. Yeah, I like that.
The LED running lights. But yeah, safe, I feel would be a very appropriate word with the exterior styling. What are your thoughts moving inside here?
I don't hate it.
Okay.
But like I said, my view would probably be skewed on how much it is. So it's not like, it's definitely not luxury. It's a lot of plastic feeling. This is at least soft plastic.
Yeah. But like the entire door, there's no change in material over here. Normally there's like an insert right here that's like seating material.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Thank you so much. But
which, if it's not gonna rip or tear or stain or
yeah.
Like I said, I mean, I want to know how much it costs because
we'll get there. But yeah,
but the styling is nice.
Okay. And, got this fake pretty aluminum look. Mm-hmm. Large 13.2 inch screen here, large 12.3 inch screen there. Try not to get those numbers mixed up in your head. But as far as digital gauges go, you're probably barely ever looking at that gauge cluster, right?
Well, I haven't told you I have an issue.
Okay.
Which can probably be fixed, but the head-up display is in the crack.
Okay. So yes,
so there is a head-up display, which is nice, but
here you go. Now you can move it up and down with that right there.
The up and down button or the OK button?
The up and down.
Now that's better.
Okay. So there we go.
I don't love the flap though.
Yeah.
I like that there's a head-up display.
But it's projected on this little piece of plastic.
If this is an $80,000 car, then I hate that. If it's affordable, then, if it's like affordable enough where most of its competitors don't have a head-up display, then I would be like, okay, I like it, but I don't love the flap.
Yeah, the flap. I like that description. This is the same sync infotainment system that we had in the Lincoln. You had an issue with the Lincoln. After we were done filming, we were going to swap it out with this, with connectivity issues and...
yes. In the worst possible time, when you're trying to follow maps, yes.
I've had a little bit of hiccup with the navigation, or with the connectivity here. I think some of your issues were the fact that your phone was trying, or my phone was trying to connect from the other vehicle. It got messy. But yes, that is sometimes the problem with CarPlay and all that fun.
I don't love all the digital.
Yeah, so all the HVAC is here. What is good about it is if the backup camera is on, you still get access to all of this. So that is nice. That is always there. You don't get some lazy, weird dual function screen looking at you, Kia Sportage, where you have to toggle between things and remember what you're toggled through, infotainment or climate.
But if it breaks,
you're kind of...
don't have any air controls. You have like 0 controls.
Yep. Yes, potential problem. You've already turned off
inevitable problem, I would say, with technology.
Yeah, you've already turned off the engine start stop in traffic, but we've got a row of button down here that is actually mini buttons. You've got parking assist, your different drive modes, which takes you to this screen that does not change and waits for you to select something, and just pushing this button again takes it away, which is weird. Normally you like push the drive mode button a few times. Then we've got our camera button, but we're going too fast for it to do that. An actual volume knob. Qi wireless charger down here, a little bit of storage, USB A, USB-C, 12-volt power outlet. What are your thoughts on storage before we get to wobbly head? We're running through this one.
The storage is, I would say, mid.
Oh, look at you throwing out some terms. Very large center console here. With a felt-lined bottom, so nice storage in here. Nothing too generous. Got a damped glove box here.
I would say adequate storage.
Yeah, a little bit of storage in the doors, a little bit back there, but now we're on...
overwhelming or underwhelming.
Okay. Now we're on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler. Tucker, how's your wobbly head?
A little wobbly.
A little wobbly. Holly, how's your wobbly head?
Yeah, it's a little jiggly.
Yeah, this is not my favorite ride. It's just... Yeah, that's the worst bump.
I really want to keep this car.
You do?
You like this one?
Kids will be kids.
You just love it?
He just really loves it and really wants to keep it. But yeah, the ride is just mid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How is
It's not terrible. It's not like riding a sports car.
Yeah, but it's just...
Again, it could. My opinion could be swayed by how much it costs.
Okay. How's the steering?
The steering's been nice. I would say driving the car has been easy to drive, fun to drive. It's
not too
fun.
heavy steering?
Not too heavy steering.
All right. I warned you before I started recording, I was going to drop an industry term on you. To me, the steering feels, here it is, numb. Is that an adequate description to you?
Does that mean it doesn't?
It doesn't give you a lot of feel back. It just kind of, it's there. It exists. But
sure, much like the car, yes.
The whole car is just numb? Okay.
That's harsh. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, okay. How's the power?
Well, it is. I mean, the power's fine. The power is what you would expect, I think.
I think it is the one real strong suit of this vehicle. Again, going back to the Hyundai Tucson that we recently tested, you and I both said that thing was underpowered. Not so the case here in this one.
Sure.
This one's got plenty of power. It can get up and go with the best of them, as you get up and go right here.
Yep. With the best of them. Whipping out in traffic.
Yeah. It's got a EcoBoost 2-liter 4-cylinder that, for its class, is very powerful. So it doesn't help that we're on slow speed rated streets, but you do have traffic sign recognition there on the head-up display and in the gauge cluster. Adaptive intelligent cruise control. that I did not get to mention this on my solo review, works. You can set it to do a certain distance from the posted speed limit. It will adjust as it sees new speed limit signs. But on the highway, if you pass a 55 mile per hour exit ramp speed sign, it's going to start slowing down from 75 to 55 in highway traffic. And that's unfortunate. Yep. All right. So drivability is good. The steering is numb.
I didn't tell you about my biggest issue.
Okay.
This is the biggest quality issue. Did you play with it at all?
I did, and I feel like I've made it worse.
Okay. Yeah, the
height adjustment.
The height of this adjustment of the seatbelt does not work well and breaks very easily. And when I had it down low, where I prefer to have it, it like cut off where the seatbelt didn't go, didn't retract or come back. So then it was just like loose. My seatbelt was just like loose, which is unsafe. And it would not retract. I had to like dig in there. And I mean, that's an issue.
Press cars do lead tough lives. This one has over 10,000 miles on it. So
it's true.
Possible issue, but something we wanted to make you aware of for sure, that we are experiencing here. Worth looking into. But
just if you test drive it, test that.
Other driving issues: 8-speed automatic transmission with a rotary dial. Thoughts on the dial and how it operates?
The dial is fine with me.
How does it operate while driving? Have you even noticed that the transmission exists?
No.
Which is a good thing.
That's a good thing.
If you don't notice it, it's a good thing.
You also have, we haven't talked about, it has heated seats, heated steering wheel.
Ventilated
not
seats.
Ventilated seats. Again, I don't know the price, so. 3-person memory, which is nice.
Power passenger seat over here, reclining rear seats, which I guess is a good segue to putting Tucker's child safety seat in. Amenities and such in the back seat back here are fairly good for this compact class of crossover. We get the big panoramic roof, which is nice. We do get air vents on the back of the center console, a single USB-A and single USB-C on the back of the center console, and a map pocket behind the passenger seat, not the driver's seat. We also get this fold down center armrest with a couple cup holders and reclining seats that go back a decent amount, but we're going to keep that more upright to fit Tucker's child safety seat. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and bring that in. This is the same Graco Extend-A-Fit child seat that he rode in when he was rearward facing, and as you can see, I've got the front seat exactly where I had it for our driving portion, and I'm going to have to move it forward. We do have a 6-way power front passenger seat, but my goodness. Yeah, this is going to be a tight fit back here. So there we go. That's snug. Let's see, what does that leave me up front here? It's not terrible, but it's not great. Luckily, kids do not sit in rear-facing car seats forever, so that is nice, but kind of snug. As we turn this around and set it up, very easy to drop the top tether back behind the headrests and get that in place. The lower latch points are only out here on the outboard seats, not on the center seat, and they are fairly well exposed because they're nice cutouts, but for some reason my latch, there we go, just was not latching into place on that one. That one, much easier. Don't know what happened that first time around. It has historically been easier to put this in than that. And then good position here for me to tighten it down here from the side. It's snug. It's not going anywhere. Like I said, we have a reclining seat back in the back right there. But now let's head around to the back and see how easy it is to put that top tether in. As we come to the back of the escape, we do have a power lift gate back here. You can see very prominent rear camera for the backup 360 cameras in this one, but a fairly spacious cargo hold on this one. No complaints on space back here, but let's finish up with the child seat. Very easy for me at 5'10" to reach in here and tighten this down. It's not a long reach for me. It is going to be a two-handed process, and as you can see here, we are going to be kind of squishing the back corner of the seat a little bit, potential to cause long-term damage to the car seat back here in the back, but yeah, I am going to tighten that down two-handed here in just a moment. I also like how we have these channels for the seatbelt, so when you do fold them down flat, the seatbelt stays in place. It doesn't get stuck behind. You can see we do have top tethers all the way across, even though we don't have lower latch points all the way across. If you plan on using that center seat, you're going to be doing the seatbelt method, which is okay. Decent storage space back here. As I mentioned, we've got a little bit of space right there and right there on either side of the wheel wells. And you can lift this up, and we've got a little bit more storage in those styrofoam cubbies around the spare tire. Temporary spare, but you can see all these sound deadening in here. So this is meant to be a fairly quiet vehicle back here in the back, but you can't lower this down any further. You can see it is fairly flush with the back of the vehicle here. And to fold the seats down for additional cargo, you need to go to the side of the vehicle and pull the recline handle. So just some shortcomings of the overall packaging and styling back here in the back. Taking a look at me and the hatch, I'm 5'10". This is how wide the hatch opens. You can see this is where the power button is to close it. A little tight on space in here, especially when Tucker's car seat is in the rear-facing format. Like, my knees are pretty close to the dash. Not my favorite. Same criticism you had of our Jeep Cherokee. It's a little tight on the inside, but it is the compact crossover class, so there is that.
Yeah, and with this size class, I think the issue is the car seat is so big and bulky. Like, if he was not in a car seat,
yeah, he'd be fine.
He'd be fine.
I was even fine when I did my solo review and sat behind myself. But right. Yeah, the car seat is kind of an issue. I will say, Hyundai Tucson felt a little roomier on the inside. Same with the Kia equivalent in the Sportage. So there's that. Fuel economy, you are seeing 24.1 in our 229.2 miles of driving.
Miles.
Yes, we picked this up in the Metroplex.
The seats are they're not terrible.
Really?
You hate them?
I hate them. I hate them.
Why?
They are so uncomfortable. They are wretchedly uncomfortable. Like,
wretchedly uncomfortable?
Wretchedly. I do not... Yes, they're just bad. I don't normally, but here, yes, they're bad. I don't like them.
I disagree.
Well,
I mean, I wouldn't say they're the most comfortable seats that my booty has sat in. However, we did travel a long way, and my back did not hurt. My sciatic nerve.
I from the moment I sat down, I was like, oh, this is going to be a long trip home.
Well, you're an old man.
I am an old man. Going back to the window sticker, 23 city, 31 highway, 26 combined. We're seeing about that, but a little bit lower.
Were you using your lumbar?
Yeah, and that made it worse.
Wow.
Any other thoughts before we talk about price?
Nope.
All right, care to guess the price?
This 32.
No.
Oh, too low?
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
A lot lower? 42?
Yep. 42,960 for a 2023 model. Pricing's gone up a little for 2024.
Bet nothing's changed with the 2024?
Nope, nothing's really changed with the 2024. So this is more expensive than the Tucson, and the only real feature it has above and beyond it is the head-up display. But I feel overall impression in here is a little worse. Your thoughts?
I think I would be considering other options at 42,000.
Yeah. The strong selling point is the strong powertrain of this, but the steering's kind of numb, so it's not like it's a super sporty vehicle to drive. And then interior is just mid.
Yeah.
And there you have it. Mid. on the 2023-2024 Ford Escape from us here at GT Garage Talk. If you want to see some behind the scenes stuff from Holly, from Tucker, go find her on Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, everything at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for us in the Ford Escape, Platinum, all-wheel drive, non-hybrid, until next time, gearheads. Bye.
Bye. Tucker loved it though.
Yeah, he did. He really wants to keep it. But I am ready to get rid of it.
Oh, now what?
We're going back to the zoo. We drove past it to finish talking.
Did you see? We drove past it.
Yeah.
It's a busy day at the zoo today.
Yeah, but guys, I thought that we were getting new gas.